Welcome to Heatham Field in Fremont, Nebraska, home of Midland Warrior Lacrosse, Lady Lacrosse players taking on the Health and Science and Pharmacy Eutetics. Did I get that right?
You did.
Wow, I was reading that at a distance. So welcome to our broadcast right here on BSDN Live and MidlandAthletics.com.
You bet. Alongside Kelly Johnson and Jonathan Johnson as well. I'm Rich Ray. Good to have you along here on this Sunday afternoon. Nice start for the first Sunday of March. Weather-wise, we've got clear skies, sunshine, but it's a little bit windy. Winds are going to be out of the south. We could be gusting at times 25 miles per hour today, so we'll see if that plays a factor in today's contest. But we're getting set for action between Midland and Health Science and Pharmacy of St. Louis. And when we review these two teams, Midland last year ended up going 5-9, and it was a transition year at that time as the Warriors were moving from a player coach role to just a coach role. And then Midland ended up reaching the semifinals of the KCAC tournament, where they fell to the top seed and 7th-ranked Missouri Baptist. Now, last time out, Midland competed on Friday as they were in Atchison, Kansas, and took on 9th-ranked Benedictine. Tough go for the Warriors in that one, as Benedictine controlled the game on both ends of the field. Midland was limited to just 6 shots on the evening, and Benedictine came away with a victory. 19-1 was the final score in that contest. The opponent today, Health Sciences and Pharmacy, and UHSP, as we'll call them most of the day today, or their nickname of the Eutectics, which I'll get to in just a little bit. They entered today's contest with a record of 2-1. The Eutectics opened their season with a win over Hendricks 12-11, and then defeated Mount Mercy 20-1 before they ended up falling in a heartbreaker to Culver Stockton last weekend. Now, in the win over Mount Mercy, UHSP was dominant. They outshot their opponent 36-3 and forced a total of 17 turnovers. It was a record-setting day for UHSP with the 20 goals, which set a new program record for a single game. So these two teams getting ready to face each other here this afternoon here at Heatham Field in Fremont. The Eutectics are 2-1. Midland is 0-1. And the Eutectic, if you're wondering what that is a made-up pharmaceutical molecular mixture.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
So it falls right in line with what they're teaching anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Health Sciences and Pharmacy of St. Louis, exactly. So we're glad that you're along with us here today. Little change in the schedule this week. Midland was scheduled to play Culver Stockton College coming up tomorrow. That's been postponed. Culver Stockton's got some injuries, so they're not going to be able to compete. However, they're going to make that game up after the final game of the regular season. It'll be April the 7th is when that will be made up here at Heatham Field in Fremont. So that's a look at as far as the schedule is concerned. Next up for both these teams, UHSP will be back home in St. Louis. They'll host William Penn coming up Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. Midland will be back in action Thursday as part of a women and men's doubleheader, taking on the University of Northwestern out of Minnesota. And that'll be 1 o'clock for the women and 4 o'clock for the men coming up on Thursday. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for today's contest. First of all, for UHSP and the Eutectics. At midfield is a 5'5" junior from Baldwin, Missouri, and that's number 1, Molly Byerman. At defender, a 5'7" sophomore from Boca Raton, Florida, is number 2, Alara Ehrig. At midfield, a 5'3" sophomore from Bartlett, Tennessee, number 7, Michelle Lee. In goal today is a 5'8" sophomore from Belleville, Illinois, number 8, Brianna Dixon. A 5'2" freshman at Asheville, North Carolina, is number 10. That's Heidi Shepard. Number 11 is Haley Smith. She's 5'5". She is a midfielder freshman from Herculaneum, Missouri. And an attacker at 5'2", a junior from Maryland Heights, Missouri, is number 12, Mandy Exe. At defender, a 5'10" freshman from Lee Summit, Missouri, is number 15, Tyler Cotton. At midfield, a 5'3" freshman from Clayton, Missouri, is number 19, Chu Odolin. At midfield is a 5'3" freshman from New Lenox, Illinois, number 21, Kaylee Duran. Keep an eye on her. She's one of the top goal scorers for the Eutectics on the season. At defender, at 5 foot tall, is a freshman from Wildwood, Missouri, number 25, Brianna Chong. And an attacker is a 5'7" freshman from Collierville, Tennessee, number 43, Ella Pinky. Those are the starters for UHSP and the Eutectics. Now the starters for the Midland University Warriors. An attacker, a 5'9" sophomore from Billings, Montana, is number 3, Rylan Nelson. At defender, a 5'6" junior from Blue Springs, Missouri, is number 5, Caitlin Bowers. And an attacker position at 5'3", a freshman from Benton, Arkansas, is number 7, Madigan Maruzek. At midfield, a 5'7" senior from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, number 8, Madeline Edwards. And an attacker is a 5'3" sophomore from Kingwood, Texas, number 9, Alexis Marshall. And an attacking position is a 6-foot junior from Claremont, Florida, number 10, Chloe Harrison. At midfield is a 5'4" senior from Pleasant Grove, Utah, number 11, Hallie Gehring. At defender, a 5'5" senior from St. George, Utah, is number 12, Shea Peterson. The remaining starters are Jewel Milliman, Mariah Moore, Annika Turner, and in goal today is Kayla Bailey. Let's pause now for the playing of the national anthem. The national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, here at Heaton Field in Fremont. So we're getting set for women's lacrosse this afternoon, the Midland Warriors, and Health Science and Pharmacy, and the Eutectics. So for Midland, the key here, get the offense rolling. The Warriors, of course, they faced a very good opponent in Benedictine on Thursday, but could only muster one goal in the contest. That was by Madeline Edwards and an assist by Rylan Nelson. And Midland had just a total of 5 shots on goal against a Benedictine, but sometimes, change of venue, playing at home, it makes you more comfortable. And we'll see if the Warriors play more aggressively here this afternoon, as they will be in their white uniforms. And UHSP will be in the road purple with some gold lettering, as we're set for action for the women's lacrosse matchup here today. Alongside both Kelly and Jonathan Johnson, I'm Rich Ray. Thanks for being with us here this afternoon. All right, we're ready for our opening face-off at midfield. All right, on the opening draw, it'll be scooped up by UHSP. It's taken by Michelle Lee. And the key for Midland here, play solid defense, specifically around the perimeter, as it'll be Lee who will play it on over to the right side. And will be scooped up from back behind the net. Eutectics will work to the left. Some contact over on the left wing. Molly Behrman's got it now. Works on over to the right. Working around with it is Mandy Exe. Let's play it on over on the left wing. Eutectics just trying to find a spot in the Midland defense to try to attack. Pass in the middle, a shot, and knocked down by Bailey. And the ball will squirt to the left side, still within the fan, but picked up by Midland. And it'll be rolled back to Bailey. Able to scoop that up for Midland was Annika Turner, and she was able to get it back to Kayla Bailey, the goalkeeper. So it was a good pass and a clear to the near side, and we're going to have a whistle. And everybody stopping, looking at the official here. So right, getting the time of possession changed. Handling it, Madeline Edwards. Edwards will pass into the middle, where is corralled by Hallie Gearing. Gearing will circle around back up top and place it off now to Jewel Milliman. On the right wing with it is Rylan Nelson. Nelson works on over to the left side and gives it off to Chloe Harrison. Played into the middle of the fan. And Warriors turn it over. And is coming up with it is Heidi Shepard for UHSP. And it'll be Eutectic's ball here. And now handling it will be Brianna Dixon from her goalie position. Works it on over to the right side. Played into the middle to Michelle Lee. And Lee will swing it back. Over on the right wing with it now is Chu Odelin. Odelino, that is. Chu Odelino will give it over to the right side. This is Ella Pankey. Pankey will swing it to the left. Here's a shot attempt, and a goal is going to be scored. And that's by Chu Odelino, a freshman from Clayton, Missouri. And UHSP is on the board first. So exactly 3 minutes into the contest, the Eutectics take the lead. So it's now 1-0 in favor of UHSP. And that was good ball movement around the back of the net. And then Adelina was able to get open in front and was able to beat Bailey on the shot. So 1-0 the score in favor of UHSP. Assist coming from Ella Pinky. So the Eutectics have a 1-0 lead. For our second draw of the day. And the draw will be controlled by Midland. Madeline Edwards with it. Edwards will work up near the top of the fan now. And we'll play it inside. It's going to be passed back too far. And as it rolls out of play, it'll be a turnover. And it'll be controlled now by the Eutectics. UHSP has it. And this will be Alara Erig. Erig will find Kaylee Duran. Duran passes into the middle to Haley Smith. Now here come the Eutectics on the move. On the left wing, working it back behind now is Ella Pankey. Pankey had it knocked loose. Battle for control of it here. And now we got a whistle. And it will end up being possession of Eutectics. Left side with it here is Haley Smith. Works it over to Pankey. Pankey being checked out front on the left. Looking for an open teammate. Gives it off now. This is Adelino, who spins to her left. Tried to get off a shot attempt, but had it checked, poked away. Picked back up, though, by Michelle Lee. And battle for control of it over by the inline. It's going to stay UHSP possession. Michelle Lee has it. Eutectics have it on the left side. It's Pankey. Pankey trying to spin around, but defended pretty well there by Shea Peterson. Now as the ball comes loose. Stop things here. And get a foul here on UHSP, so it will be Midland possession. 10:01 remains here in the opening quarter. UHSP leads by a score of 1-0. All right, we'll get ready to resume play. is Chloe Harrison. Harrison will run to her near side. Now gets it into the offensive zone. Try to pass it in the middle, but it goes all the way through the fan to the right side, and Midland will turn it over. Trying to chase it down for the Warriors was Madigan Marusek, but could not quite chase it down. So the Tactics have possession now. Again, 1-0. UHSP with the lead. Ball played back to Molly Bierman. And now on up to the middle to Chi Odolino. Gives it off. Panky plays it on the left side. She's guarded by Peterson. Peterson takes it away. So turnover. Handling it for Midland now. Madigan Marusek. And we're going to whistle again. We'll stop things here, and we're going to have a foul on UHSP. And this will be on Heidi Shepard. So she'll have to sit out here for a short period of time. So Midland is up a player. All right, now we'll resume play. Ball's played on the right side of Rylan Nelson. Nelson lost it. Trying to scoop it back up. The ground ball is taken by Midland. It's Madeline Edwards. Edward plays into the middle. Shot attempt is going to go wide. It'll stay Midland possession here. So the Warriors have it. To start things will be Madeline Edwards. Edwards on the left wing being checked. Looks all the way up to the point. Now play to the right side. Nelson. Try to get a shot in, but it was taken right off of her stick by the goalie. And Brianna Dixon. Nice defensive play there. So the U-Tactics clear it out to midfield. Right side with it is Mandy XA. 7:58 to go in the first. 1-0. UHSP with the lead. XA will play it off to the right. Shea Peterson with solid defense. And now the ball given up left side. Lee will spin around. Gives it off on the wing. Adelino will play it over to the right side. Handling it, Haley Smith. Smith working back to her left. Plays to the point. Got behind her and her teammate, but scooped back up by Michelle Lee. Lee over on the left wing now. Moving around. Works her way in on the left side. We're going to have a whistle, and we're going to have a foul here. And I believe this is going to be on Shea Peterson. So Shea will have to come off here for 60 seconds. So she'll be off for a minute. That'll put UHSP up a player for 60. And it'll be a direct position shot attempt, which will be upcoming here as well. From the left side of the fan. It'll be Michelle Lee. And took a step in, but retreated. And so Midland benefits from that. Now pass inside. Lee dropped to her knee, lost it. Ball flips up in the air and take it away as ends up into the stick of Bailey. Now the ball played over to the far side near the boundary and will go out of bounds. It will be UHSP possession. So the Tactics have it with 6:43 to go here in the opening period. 1-0, UHSP with the lead. It's played up to the point to Bierman. Her shot attempt goes wide to the right side, and it will stay U-Tactics possession here. Brought back in. Handling it is Melanie Daube. Daube will give it off. Now played by Chu Adelino. Adelino looking for a teammate. get it right side. It's on the ground, knocked away, and Warriors trying to get a turnover here. That ground ball will be kicked out of play, and it will stay. No, it'll be Midland possession. The Warriors will get it now. So Midland has it with 5:51 to go in the quarter. And now we have a turnover violation here on Midland. So UHSP will get it right back. So U-Tectics have it. 5:36 to go here in the first. U-Tectics lead 1-0. Adelino plays it over the far right side to Melanie Daub. Played into Lee. Lee drives, shot high. And we had a whistle just as the shot attempt went off here. Let's see what we're going to have. We could get a direct position shot here for. Direct position shot for UHSP. And shot and a goal put in by Michelle Lee. So Lee scores for the Tactics. And with 5:12 remaining here in the opening quarter, UHSP now leads it by the score of 2-0. You're watching Midland University Women's Lacrosse on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live with Jonathan and Kelly Johnson. Rich Ray with you here this afternoon. Michelle Lee on the goal on a free position shot. So the Tactics lead 2-0. Both teams here in the early going just looking, I don't want to say timid, but they're very cautious on how they're moving the ball around against the defense.
Well, part of that might be the wind, trying to keep control of it too, because it is pretty breezy out there.
Mm-hmm. All right, get ready for another draw control. And this will be controlled by UHSP. Kaylee Duran in control of it. She'll pass into the middle. Adelino will work on over to the far right side where Shea Peterson, who has returned back in after the foul that she committed. Attack from the left wing. Circling back around with it, Haley Smith. Smith had it knocked loose, but will pick it back up. Peterson trying to knock the ball away. Right side. Picked up by Byerman. Byerman had it knocked loose. We're going to whistle and checking foul here. So it's going to be a yellow, which will be assessed to Caitlin Bowers. So she'll come off here for a minute. Direct position shot here for UHSP. For Molly Behrman. Behrman's attempt. Bailey able to get the save there. Rolls on over to the far side, goes out of bounds. It'll be Midland possession. So the Warriors will have it. And it'll be played by Ashley Boyd. Boyd now will give it up. And ends up on the ground. Ground ball still battled for. And now controlled by Midland. Warriors have it. Madeline Edwards. Edwards works to her left and will give it off now to Alexis Rios. Now it's played all the way up to the point. To the right side, Midland works it around. Pass in the middle for Edwards. It's up on the turf and turned over. Midland comes up with it. And it will end up Kaylee Duran who has it. And then Duran ended up getting pushed out of bounds, so Midland gets the possession here. Edwards has it. Edwards gives it up. And a high pass. It's going to have to be chased. Go out of bounds here. Nope, played for. Still picked up by Midland before it went out. Beg your pardon. Ryland Nelson's got it. And then back behind the net, scooping it up for UHSP is the goalkeeper, Brianna Dixon. 2:43 to go here in the first. UHSP leads 2-0. Tactics will get it to the near side. This is Brianna Chong, who gives it to Byerman. Now to Adelino. Adelino with a long run to the right wing to get the offense started. So play it off to Penke. Penke being contested by Peterson. Plays it over in the left wing. Now the U-Tactics will work up near the point with it. Approaching 2 minutes left to go here in the first period. Left side with it, Lindsay Wallace. Pass in the middle, knocked away, and taken away. Turnover. Scooping it up for Midland was Jewel Milliman. Milliman gives it back to Bailey. Oh, looks to clear it up the field. High bounce, and it will go wide out of bounds. So Midland turns it right back over. UHSB has it with 1:37 to go in the opening period, leading 2-0. Right side with it now, Gracie Spicer. Spicer working to her right. Gives it off to Penke. Peterson with a solid check on her. Penke trying to work her way in. And taken away by the Warriors. Bailey comes up with it in goal. Bailey looking to clear, but going to be too far and wide out of bounds. So it'll end up being UHSP possession. Under a minute to go now in the opening period with the U-Tactics leading 2-0. Ball played to the right side now where it's Gracie Spicer. Spicer over on the right, and it's being checked in the play by Cadence Rose. Spicer will give it up. Trying to work her way to the near side. It's played back now. Over to the right wing. 26 seconds to go in the period. Penke plays in the middle. Here's a shot that is going to be knocked away. And the Warriors come up with it as Bailey knocked it away, and it was scooped up by Jewel Milliman. 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Midland will get it to midfield. And this pass ends up in the possession of the Warriors. Shot attempt knocked away by Duran. We've got a whistle. We stop things here, and we'll see if we get a foul here with less than a second to go. It might be a direct position shot here for Midland. A chance for the Warriors to get on the board here before the end of the quarter. Officials are going to go on over to the table. So it was a yellow. That was assessed to Brianna Chong. Midland will get a direct position shot here. Taking it will be Alexis Marshall. All right. Marshall's shot attempt, and it goes wide, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. All right, so we played one quarter of action from Heaton Field in Fremont. The score, the University of Health Science and Pharmacy, 2, and Midland 0. Second quarter action is coming up after we take a break on MidlandAthletics.com and BSD.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things. Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Hi everybody, Jay Schrod and my wife Angie with Balls Out Motors. We've been in Blair for about 12 years now. We've been doing this business for about 15. We've been a golf cart business for our entirety of the business life. Here recently we decided to diversify and bring on mowers, really trying to help the local market in that area. We do sales and service, all Cub Cadet, and then obviously anything in the golf cart world, we do all the major brands there as well.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
Welcome back to Heatham Field in Fremont, Nebraska, home of Midland Warrior Lacrosse. The Lady Warriors taking on UHSP right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Just about ready to begin the second quarter. UHSP leads it by a score of 2-0. Goals coming from Chow Adelino at the 12-minute mark remaining in the first, assisted by Ella Pankey. And then Michelle Lee with a goal at 5:12 to put UHSP up by the score of 2-0. UHSP outshot Midland 8-4 in the opening quarter, had 4 shots on goal to Midland's 2. The Utectics were 1 of 2 on free position shots. Midland was 0 for 1. Both these with 2 saves. 2 out of the 3 draw controls have gone to the Utectics. There have been a total of 3 ground balls for UHSP, 6 for Midland. Midland's turned it over 6 times. The Utectics have turned it over 5. And there have been 3 fouls on UHSP and 1 on the Warriors. Individually, for Midland, Kayla Bailey in goal has given up 2 goals, but she's got 2 saves. She's faced 8 shots. And the Warriors have been led offensively so far by Alexis Marshall. She has 3 shots so far on goal. Brianna Dixon for UHSP. She's got a couple saves, facing 4 shots. And the most shots have come from Michelle Lee. She said 4 attempts in the first quarter of play. So that's where we stand. It is a 2-0 UHSP lead, and on draw control to begin the second. It will be scooped up by the Utectics, but then dropped and picked back up again. And handling it was Michelle Lee. Now picked up by Bailey. Bailey will send it up near midfield. Handling it now is Chloe Harrison. Harrison has it for Midland and will play up to the point. Over to the right side. Handling it is Edwards. Tried to play it to a player coming through the middle. And now the ball is a ground ball, which will be picked up by Midland by Madigan Marusik. And now we'll get a whistle, and we'll have a stoppage here. As we got a player that looks like might be shaken up. And earlier in the possession, it was Chloe Harrison that fell down, and she's going to come off. Over the far side here. She'll get looked at. She comes off. Alexis Rios will come in for Midland. Just get underway in the second period. 14:23 to go before halftime. UHSP leads it by a score of 2-0. So the Warriors have it on the right side. It is Marusik. Into the middle. Shot attempt. And it'll be a goal for the Warriors. That one put in by Rylan Nelson. Nelson, the sophomore, scores, and Midland gets on the board. So this goal comes early here in the second period. 14:16 left to go in the second, and it's now 2-1 in favor of the Utectics. So good to see Midland get a response to the 2 goals they gave up. Rylan Nelson was assisted on the play by Madigan Marusik, and it all started with a ground ball pickup by Midland to start the possession. So it's now 2-1. 14:16 remains here in the second. And we'll get ready for the draw. Jewel Milliman taking it for Midland. So the referee makes sure the ball's positioned securely between the two sticks, and Lee battles for it, and will end up coming up with it. Michelle Lee for UHSP. We'll give it off now to Molly Behrman. Up at the point, handling it, Kaylee Duran. Duran will swing it on over to the right. And now over to Pinky. Around the back of the goal, over to the left wing. Ball on the ground, picked back up by Haley Smith. Smith working to her right, being checked. Can't get a shot off, though. Spins back to her left, works into the fan. And her shot attempt will bounce in front of the goal and up and over the crossbar. And the ground ball picked up by Pinky for UHSP. So Pinky's got it. And we'll reset the offense. Place it on over to the right side, finding Chu Adelino. Adelino will give it off. Now Pinky picks it up off the bounce. Just got to scoop it up. Pinky on the right side being contested by Mariah Moore. Back behind the net with it here is Mandy Exe. Pass in the middle up high, and the shot attempt hit the post and comes off to the left side. Michelle Lee whipped that one quickly, and it hit the post, and the Warriors come out of there with it and will quickly move it across midfield. This is Madeline Edwards. Edwards on the move here. Had it knocked off of her stick and turned over, causing that turnover, and coming up with it was Heidi Shepard. Shepard plays it into the attacking zone now for the Eutectics. Handling it is Chu Adelino. Now it's played to the right side. Bierman's got it. Bierman will back up, and now we'll play it back on up to the point to Kaylee Duran. Duran works it on over to the left wing. Spin to the left by Lee. Gives it back. Now a shot attempt, and Bailey with the save. Stood her ground and able to make the stop. The clear comes up near midfield. Midland has it. Right side, 11:45 to go in the second. UHSP leads 2-1. Warriors on the move. Oh, pass in the middle, picked up. Shot attempt goes high. Having to reach back was Rios, and she shot that practically with her right knee on the turf and got rid of it quickly. And I think because she hurried the shot, it ended up going high. But Midland keeps the possession here. 11:23 left to go in the second. Warriors down 2-1. Handling it is Marusek. Marusek being checked very tightly here, and we're going to whistle, and we're going to have a checking foul. All right, so Midland will have possession here. And this will be Marusek, who plays it over in the left wing. It's Nelson. Ball rolls through the fan, picked back up by UHSP. Midland turns it over. Able to come up with it was Brianna Chong. She will pass to the left, finding Haley Smith. Smith will give it back. And now played to Behrman. Behrman works it across midfield. Over on the right wing now. Behrman had it knocked loose, got it back. And now will pass, looks for teammates, knocked away. Big collision, ground ball, whistle. And we're going to have a push here, I think, on Midland, which is going to put Midland down a player here. And let's see what comes off. Yep, it is going to be Annika Turner who will have to come off. So she'll set here for 30 seconds. 60 seconds, beg your pardon. 10:27 left to go here in the second. UHSP leading 2-1. As we wait for the foul to be administered. All right, we'll resume play. Left wing with the now, Haley Smith. Smith tries to play it to the middle. Picked up by Duran. Over the right side, shot attempt, and Bailey makes a save. Off the Bierman attempt. Clear out near midfield and battle for the ground ball. And it's over by the sideline. It's out of bounds. It's going to be a UHSP possession, I believe. Although the players thought otherwise. Midland played it in. All the other players were headed the other direction, and the official over on the far sideline, he's pointing UHSP possession. So it'll be Tactics who have it. Played to Bierman. Ball played on the right side and bounces away. Scooped up by Michaela Cruz. Cruz, well, give it off to Panky. Panky looking in, had it knocked out of her hands for a moment, got it back. Panky spinning her way forward. She falls down, has the ball knocked away. Now, ground ball will roll all the way to the left side and will go out. And it's going to stay UHSP possession here. See, Tactics have it. 8:44 to go in the second. UHSP leads 2-1. Around the perimeter, the ball play to the right side. It's Bierman with it. Bierman will play it up top. Adelino gives it back to Bierman. Works into the right, got checked. Passes in the middle, knocked down by Edwards. Edwards gets knocked down. They play on. A shot attempt and a goal. It is going to be put in by Kaylee Duran. Duran able to find the back of the net for UHSP. There's a lot of contact in the middle that time, and a couple players fell down. And Duran was able to benefit by scooping up the ball and quickly getting off a shot that bounced underneath the stick of Bailey and found the back of the net. So with 8:16 remaining here in the second, UHSP now leads it by a score of 3-1. And we got a whistle, and a timeout has been called. It comes with 8:16 left to go in the second period. UHSP leading Midland 3-1. More women's lacrosse in just a moment on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
Welcome back to Heatham Field here in Fremont, Nebraska on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It is women's lacrosse as the Lady Warriors take on the Health and Science and Pharmacy.
The
Eutectics. Yes. Okay, so thank you for that as we bring that to you right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Look at what some other Midland athletic teams have been able to do so far this weekend. As far as action was concerned yesterday, the indoor track and field teams wrapped up their seasons at the National Championships in Brookings, South Dakota. The women finished 32nd in the country, while the men finished 6th. Top 10 performance for the men's indoor track and field team, so congratulations to the Warriors there. The Midland baseball team picked up a couple of wins yesterday in Oskaloosa, Iowa. They defeated Judson by a score of 10-9, and then also picked up a win over William Penn by a score of 5-1. Midland softball team got a couple of wins yesterday at the Friends Tournament in Wichita, Kansas, against nationally ranked opponents. The softball team defeated 17th ranked Ottawa 6-0, and then defeated 11th ranked Baker by a score of 2-0. So some good results taking place over the weekend for Midland University Athletics as we enter our first weekend of March. So after the timeout, which was actually called by UHSP, it will be a draw at midfield. 3-1 in favor of the Eutectics. UHSP led it 2-0 at the end of the first, and then Midland responded early in the second, but the Eutectics pushed it back out to a 2-goal advantage once more. So we'll get ready for the draw here at midfield. All right, our official making sure the draw is legal, and it's picked up by Midland, handled by Madeline Edwards. Edwards will spin to her left as she's being checked. Edwards had it knocked away from behind. Ground ball picked up by UHSP as Midland turns it over. The Eutectics will work it on over to the left side. And able to scoop it back up after she lost it was Lindsay Wallace. Now UHSP turns it over. Midland comes up with it. There's a nice pass, shot attempt, and goal for the Warriors. Put in by Chloe Harrison. Harrison, the junior from Claremont, Florida, responds for Midland. She just came off the field a couple moments ago when she was shaken up, but right back in there and able to find the back of the net. And Harrison now makes it a 3-2 contest. So 3-2 in favor of the Eutectics with 7:47 left to go here in the second quarter. And although the Eutectics are the ones that called the timeout after the UHSP goal, Midland played some solid defense there, got a turnover, and turned it into a goal. So, again, scoring was Chloe Harrison. So now 3-2 here in the second quarter. Ready for another draw control. Making sure that everybody's... Get your level, Kelly. Get on out there. Make sure it's an even draw. Kaylee Duran's got it. Duran will work back behind the net. And we'll give it off to Gracie Spicer. Spicer swings it to Wallace. Now plays it on up to the point to Kaylee Duran. Bierman works it around the perimeter to the right side. This will be Chu Adelino. Gives it off to the left. Pass inside. Turnaround attempt and knocked away. And able to knock away the shot was great. It was the Warriors' Annika Turner. It's going to stay. UHSP possession, though. Now we got a whistle. And they're going to reset the possession to 60 seconds. 6:57 left to go here in the second period. It's a 3-2 UHSP lead. It'll be Gracie Spicer who will get ready to begin things. All right. Spicer being checked by Peterson. And he'll play it over on the left side, finding Kaylee Duran. Now worked all the way around the perimeter. Bierman has it. Bierman will pass inside. Backing up, and now we got a whistle. Let's see what we have here. We had a foul that might have been away from the ball here. It's on Midland, and it's going to be a direct position shot coming up here for the Eutectics. It'll be taken from just right of the point, and it will be Kaylin Duran who will attempt it. They're explaining the foul to Annika Turner. Here's the shot attempt, and it hit the post. Off to the left side, scooped up by Midland. The post has been kind to Bailey a couple times here this afternoon. Handling it for the Warriors, Caitlin Bowers. Bowers will back up with it. And she underhand passes it back for a teammate, but it's going to be knocked loose. Battle for the ground ball and handled by UHSP, and we got a heavy contact here. We're going to have a foul on Midland, I believe. And someone's going to have to come off for Midland. Turner was in the middle of it, I thought. It's going to be a yellow. And I think it's on Shea Peterson. Yeah, Peterson will have to come off here. So Peterson will come off for just a bit. 6:08 left to go here in the second. UHSP leading Midland by a score of 3-2. Warriors are trying to get their first victory of the season. They officially began their year Friday night in Atchison, Kansas, and fell to 9th-ranked Benedictine. All right, we'll get ready to resume play here in just a moment. And now Peterson, after catching her breath a little bit after coming off the field, she was frustrated with the call, I think, and now it's down to a knee on the sideline. There's a pass that's going to be thrown away. So UHSP turns it over. Midland will have possession. 5:57 left to go before halftime. Midland down 3-2. Ball play to the right side, and it's on the ground and picked up. Ground ball scooped up by Catherine Connolly for the Eutectics. Pass near side now. And this ball will get to the left and trying to keep it in play, but unable to do so. Mandy Exe. So it'll be Midland possession. 5:25 left to go here in the second. And Midland will put it in play. This is Turner. Turner spins her way to her right. Plays it into the middle. Now past the middle, shot attempt, and it is going to be right in the back of the net. So let's see here. One official's coming over here near side, and what's he signaling? Thought it was Edwards. No
Yeah,
goal
he was
here.
waving off the goal.
Waved off the goal. And a foul called on Midland's Madeline Edwards. So I do know that, at least on the women's side, when you score,
Yep.
you're supposed to drop the stick right away. And Edwards, I think,
Did not drop it right away.
that might have been the case. So no goal here. And Edwards has to come off for 30 seconds as well. Well, I will say this. We've had more refereeing than playing in this contest today. 5:01 left to go here in the second. 3-2 the score. It makes it tough just to get into a flow. It's choppy. It's players are looking around and wondering what's being called now. Ball play to the right. Got a whistle, and we have another foul here on Midland. So coming off is Chloe Harrison. Checking contact, I think, on Harrison. So now UHSP is up 2 players. 4:47 to go in the second. Pass back that's got away, and UHSP is going to turn this over. So Midland will get possession after the turnover. And the Warriors' Rylan Nelson will put it back into play. Looking for Rios. Rios scoops it up and spins to her right. Rios plays it back behind the net. Ball played for Rios. Picks up the ground ball. Rios had it knocked away. Ground ball battle for in the fan. Rolls to the left. Midland trying to scoop it up. And finally picked up by Midland by Jewel Milliman. 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Midland down 3-2. And ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Midland possession. You know, the Warriors wanted a checking call, but didn't get one there. So it'll be played from over on the far side. Rios to play it in. Gets it off to the left. Ball reversed to Rios. Rios had it knocked away, trying to find Milliman. Ground ball. Whistle. Now what do we have? Turnover here on Midland. So UHSP will have it. Now we got whistles again. All right, we resume play. Ball flight up to the point. Over the right side. It is Mandy Exe with it. She'll give it off to the right. Now to Bierman. Bierman will swing it. Pass across to Pinky. Drop down to her knees. She got back up. Pinky plays it in the middle. Nice pass. Shot attempt and a goal put in, as that is scored by Michelle Lee. That was good movement that time by UHSP, as Lee able to score again for the Eutectics and adds a goal here with 2:50 left to go before halftime. So it's now 4-2 in favor of Health Sciences and Pharmacy. So some frustration here by the Warriors is I don't think they've liked how this one's been called a few times here today. Michelle Lee scoring, assisted by Ella Pinky. But regardless, with UHSP, how they were able to move the ball in that possession, that was good lacrosse right there. 4-2, Eutectics with the lead. Waiting for the draw. The ball's got to be positioned right between the back of the net of both players. And making sure it's level along the center line. And on the draw. The ball's still loose. And picked up by UHSP. Brianna Chong's got it. Chong to midfield, being forced near the sideline. Stayed in. Then Chong's got it knocked away. Ground ball battled for. It ends up back on the UHSP defensive side, but picked up by Heidi Shepard. Shepard plays it across midfield now. Wallace has it. Wallace works on over to the left. Panky's got it. Plays it into the middle. Knocked away. Midland comes up with it. Good job defensively by Hallie Garion to come up with it and get it back to her Bailey. Long pass up my midfield, knocked down by the Eutectics, and then taken away. Ground ball picked up by Bierman. Bierman works to her left. And I'll give it off to Wallace. Minute 42 to go before halftime. UHSP up 4-2. Backing up with it is Michelle Lee. Lee will swing it over to the right side. Making sure that didn't hit the ground was Peyton Berg. And Berg will give it back to Lee. Bounced on over to the right. Now good pass into Pinky. Pinky backs up, spins, shot attempt, goes high. And is goes out. It'll be UHSP with another possession here. 1:09 left to go before halftime. 4-2, the U-Tectics with the lead. Behrman's got it. Plays it to Wallace. Swings it over the right side to Lee. Lee works it around the perimeter, right side to Burke. And now over to Pinky. Pinky gives it off. Left of the net. Pass in the middle. And is loose. Picked up by the U-Tectics. Played left side. Scoop backed up by Behrman. Behrman passes into the middle. There's Wallace. Wallace had it knocked away. She tried to spin around. She tried to kick it out. Behrman comes up with it. 30 seconds to go in the half. Behrman spins around. Underhand shot attempt goes wide of the net. And out of bounds. It'll be a UHSP possession. 16 seconds left to go before halftime. U-Tectics slowly here. Get a ball picked up. Now we'll try to put something in play. Pinky spins around. Bailey swats at it. We've got a whistle. And a stoppage here with 1.2 seconds. We've got a turnover. We've got a UHSP player slow to get up. That's Pinky. She's back up to her feet. And Midland will have the ball. Played down the field. And that takes us to halftime. Well, we played 2 quarters of lacrosse here at Heatham Field in Fremont. We got a close contest. The score, UHSP 4 and Midland 2. We'll come back and take a look at first half statistics when we return. You're watching Midland Women's Lacrosse on MidlandAthletics.com at BSDN Live.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything, now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Family Dental Center of Blair is here to stay and has grown to bring more services to our area. Now located at 2100 South 20th Street, they're committed to more than just your healthy smile. Their goal is to work with community members to provide exceptional oral health care with a personal touch, taking pride in helping kids to adults become more comfortable and confident about their health journey. From cleanings to crown and bridge restoration and Invisalign correction, find your oral health at Family Dental Center of Blair.
So maybe you've thought about what your future looks like. Maybe you think it's about finding a career. Maybe you think it's about continuing your education. But maybe it can be so much more. Imagine yourself at Midland University. At Midland, you're a part of something bigger than yourself. You'll be known by your name and your dreams. It's time to create your Midland experience.
Hi everybody, Jay Schrod and my wife Angie with Balls Out Motors. We've been in Blair for about 12 years now. We've been doing this business for about 15. We've been a golf cart business for our entirety of the business life. Here recently we decided to diversify and bring on mowers, really trying to help the local market in that area. We do sales and service all Cub Cadet. And then obviously anything in the golf cart world, we do all the major brands there as well.
Welcome back to Heatham Field in Fremont, Nebraska. At halftime, it is women's lacrosse as the Lady Warriors take on the Eutectics right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
We're at halftime where UHSP has a 4-2 lead over the Midland University Warriors. The visitors led 2-0 at the end of the first quarter, and both teams finding the back of the net twice in the second quarter of play. Running down the scoring summary, UHSP got on the board at 3 minutes in when Chu Adelino scored off an Ella Pinky assist to make it 1-0. And then with 5:12 to go in the first, Michelle Lee scored her first goal of the day on a free position shot to make it 2-0. That was the score at the end of one. Midland got on the board early in the second when Rylan Nelson scored 44 seconds in, and it was assisted by Madikin Marusik to make it a 2-1 contest. And then with 8:16 to go in the second, Kaylee Duran scored unassisted to put UHSP up by a score of 3-1. Midland responded, though, less than a minute later as Chloe Harrison scored on an even strength unassisted goal at 7:47 to go in the second to make it a 3-2 contest. And then after Midland got caught with a penalty, it was the Eutectics scoring a man up. Michelle Lee scoring for the second time today off of Ella Pinky assist to make it 4-2, and that occurred with 2:50 left to go in the second quarter of play. It's been a choppy ball game. I mentioned it earlier. It seems like that there's more officiating taking place than actual playing by the players that's going on. We've had 8 penalties that have been called in the first half of this one, and a total of just 6 goals. And so both teams trying to get into a flow in this one so far. UHSP has been led in shots by Michelle Lee. She's got 7 shots, 4 of which have been on goal so far. Midland has been led in shots by Rylan Nelson. She's got 2 shots, or I beg your pardon, Alexis Marshall. She's got 3 shots so far, and Nelson has a total of 2. In goal, Brianna Dixon for UHSP, giving up 2 goals, has 2 saves. Kaylee Bailey for Midland has given up 4 goals and has a total of 4 saves. Shots, UHSP outshot Midland 8-4 in the first, 10-3 in the second to take an 18-7 advantage at halftime. Ground balls, Midland picked up 6 in the first to UHSP's 3, but the Eutectics picked up 11 ground balls in the second to the Warriors' 5, so it's 14-11 in the ground ball category for UHSP. Clears, UHSP perfect in the first, 6 of 6, 3 of 4 in the second, so 9 of 10 in the contest. Midland 3 of 5 in the first, 3 of 7 in the second, 6 out of 12 on clears in the first half of action. Saves, as mentioned, Midland with 4, UHSP with 2. Turnovers, Midland turned it over 6 times in the first to the Eutectics 5. The Warriors with 8 turnovers in the second to the Eutectics 6, and Midland has turned it over 14 times total, UHSP with 11. Fouls by period, Midland has committed 1 in the first, 5 in the second. UHSP with 3 fouls in the first and 1 in the second. Draw controls, UHSP has won 6, Midland has won 2. Free position shots by period, UHSP 1 for 2 in the first, 0 for 1 in the second. Midland 0 for 1 in the first and did not have a free position shot in the second period of play. So that's where we stand here at halftime. Again, coming up for both teams next Wednesday, it'll be UHSP back home in St. Louis taking on William Penn in a 6 o'clock contest. Midland will be at home on Thursday afternoon, part of a women's-men's doubleheader. They'll take on Northwestern of Minnesota. The women will play at 1 o'clock, and the men will play at 4 o'clock. Our next broadcast for you will be coming up Wednesday night when the Midland flag football team is here at Heatham Field. They'll take on the University of St. Mary, and that'll get underway at 6 o'clock. We're at halftime where UHSP leads Midland by a score of 4-2. We'll take a break and come back for the third period in just a bit. You're watching Midland Warrior Women's Lacrosse on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
If you're looking for
Is your home comfort system, well, not comfortable? Is it time to replace your old system in order to keep your home and energy bills in the comfort zone? Right now, get a new home comfort system installed by Getchman Heating and save up to $3,500 with low payment financing options available. Trust Getchman's expert technicians to install a new home comfort system and save big this month only. Call Getchman today or skip the line and book online. GetchmanHeating.com.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
You're watching MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live's coverage of women's lacrosse as the Lady Warriors take on the UHSP Utectics.
And
Right.
we're exactly. Cut
I'm
you
getting
off again,
there.
Kelly,
I'm
sorry.
getting there.
We're about ready to begin the third quarter with Kelly Johnson and Jonathan Johnson on the controls. I'm Rich Ray. 4-2, UHSP with the lead. When you take a look at what Midland's doing, you know, you go back to Friday night, and it was a rough night against Benedictine, but a couple of things different in this. Midland looks a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? They look a little bit more controlled or more relaxed offensively, and defensively playing a little bit stronger. And that's the improvement from game 1 to game 2, as I obviously see. And not to take anything away from UHSP, but the talent differential was nowhere near what it was Friday night. Benedictine ranked 9th in the country. And so a little bit different there. But Midland scored a couple goals, and but trails 4-2. Michelle leading the way for the Utectics with 2 goals. And waiting for everybody to get back onto the field here as we'll begin the third period action. And to take the draw for Midland will be Chloe Harrison, and she'll be going up against Michelle Lee. All right, ready. And on the draw, ball bounces to the ground and picked up by Midland. Able to control it, Madeline Edwards. Ball swung to the left side to handle it for the Warriors, Alexis Marshall. This pass got knocked down. And we picked back up by Midland by Rylan Nelson. Nelson playing it up high. This is Turner trying to work her way in. Had it knocked away on the shot attempt. Ground ball picked up, though. And a shot attempt knocked it loose. A save. Picked back up. And a shot attempt and a goal. And that's put in by Madeline Edwards. Edwards was in the right spot at the right time because the shot attempt ended up coming off the stick of Dixon. And it rolled back into the fan. Edwards picked it up and then just slung it from underneath of her right hip and found the back of the net, and Midland has cut the lead in half. It's now 4-3. So Warriors did here like they did to begin the second period, scored in the opening minute, and Madeline Edwards scoring for the Warriors. The senior out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado, now makes it a 4-3 contest.
Now the trick is to be able to keep that type of scoring going on and keep the defense going, so that way the Utectics aren't able to get any more points.
I think part of it, too, is that we saw how aggressive Midland was right away after the draw, and that produced a goal. So it's now 4-3. And we'll get ready for the next draw. All right, here we go. And this draw will be won by Midland. Edwards has it. Edwards will work it over to the right side, looking for Marusek. Marusek plays it over. Pass inside to Edwards. Edwards tried to back up, had it knocked away, and then turned it over. As coming out of goal and coming up with it was Brianna Dixon. So Dixon will play it to the near side, and UHSP can't keep it in play. We'll turn it over. as Bierman had it knock off the top of her stick, so it'll be Midland possession. 13:49 to go in the third. UHSP leads it 4-3. There's Turner. Turner's going to work her way into the right. Passes it off. Nice catch by Edwards. Now it's played back up to Turner. Swings it around the perimeter. Harrison's got it. Harrison plays it right side. Nelson. Nelson being checked up front. Now gives it off, and that bounces off the stick of Turner. Warriors will keep it in, but that ground ball battle for now we got contact. A check foul. It's going to be called on Midland. I think it was called on Madigan Marusik. So it'll be a UHSP possession. 13:04 to go in the third. Tactics lead 4-3. Bierman with it now. And quickly across midfield comes Adelino. Adelino to her right. Spins back around. Defended well. Gives it off right side, finding Exe. Exe will play it up high. This is Panky. Panky swings it over on the wing. Now here's a drive. Duran backs up, looks for some space, plays it up to the point. Adelino over the right side to Exe. Exe about had it knocked away. Backs up, looks for some help, gives it off to Bierman. Bierman trying to work her way in to the right side, pass into the middle, knocked up, and a shot attempt goes wide. And Bierman will pick it back up for UHSP. She gives it off to Exe. Now we'll pass into the middle. This is Lee. Lee with a couple goals today. Had it knocked away, and now we got a whistle. And you're going to stop things here. I think we're going to have a foul on Midland. And it's going to be a direct position shot coming up for UHSP. Yep, you call a yellow card. One official made the call. The other official is going to come in and tell him how to do it, it seems like. So we had a foul. Now the third official goes on over. So all the stripes getting involved in this play here on this one. 11:52 to go in the third. All right, we do know this. It's going to be a direct position shot. It's going to come from Michelle Lee, who's got 2 goals today. See if Bailey can stand her ground. All right, it's been administered. And ball got knocked away, and Bailey comes out of there with it. And I think he got poked away on the drive inside. 11:43 left to go here in the third. 4-3. UHSP with the lead. Midland turns it over. We'll play it in the middle. Now I'll drive to the right side. Shot goes high. And Exe had a prime opportunity. Actually, I beg your pardon. It was Chu Adelino who had a prime opportunity right in front of the net. And she just got out in front of herself a little bit. That too anxious.
Excited.
Now Midland turns it over. Pinky comes up with it. Gives it to Bierman. Played left side. Lee plays it into the middle. This is Smith. And this pass goes wide. And we get a whistle. It'll be Midland possession. Turnover by UHSP. So 10:49 left to go here in the third. The Tactics lead it by a score of 4-3. And Midland has possession. It'll be played to Bailey. Midland gets it out to midfield. Harrison reverses it. Into the middle. Ashley Boyd. Boyd had it knocked away. Comes to the near side. And we're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a push here on Midland. As it's going to be assessed to Rylan Nelson, and Nelson's going to have to come off here. on the yellow. She'll come off for 30. That's green, I beg your pardon. Huh. The official down on this side signaled to yellow. The official over on the other side signaled to green. 9:54 left to go here in the third. 4-3. Here comes Adelino. Over the left side, Lee's got it. Turn around, flip down into the right corner. That will go all wide out of bounds, and it will be Midland possession. So the Warriors have it here, coming up with 9:30 left to go here in the third. UHSP leads at 4-3. And the ball's played back to Bailey in goal. Kayla Bailey, junior from Drayton Valley, Alberta, Canada. Plays it into the middle. On the move with it now is Jewel Milliman. Milliman in the middle. Edwards, and Edwards scores for the Warriors. Milliman to Edwards, and the Warriors have battled back to tie it. So this goal comes with 9:08 left to play here in the third. We got ourselves a new lacrosse contest. It's now 4-4. That was good transition by Midland that time. Quickly taking it after the turnover, getting it to the middle of the field, and working it right down the middle.
That was showing they got it and can go instead of taking a little bit of extra time to make sure that everything is going. They had the confidence just to go right at it and get that goal.
So Warriors score the goal and tie it now at 4. 9:08 left to go here in the third. Waiting for the draw to take place. Let's go, guys. There we go. And the whistle. We got one player that is still trying to get back on the field here. All right, here's the draw. And won by UHSP. Michelle Lee's got it. Ball played up to the point. And now over to the right wing. It's Mandy Exe with it. Exe works in on the right side, gives it up. Got a whistle. And we're going to have a foul here on Midland. And the foul's been charged to Caitlin Bowers. Bowers felt she didn't do anything too aggressive there. The official felt otherwise. So Bierman will start it for UHSP from the right. Bierman played it, looking for a teammate, picked up from behind by Lee. Lee shot attempt. Bailey is able to deflect it, get a save. UHSP still has it, though. Bailey, a nice job to use her stick to knock it away. Pinky has it. Pinky will play it over in left wing. Now to Bierman. Bierman swings it on over to left. Underhand pass up to the point, right side, shot attempt, and goal for UHSP. And that's going to be scored by Kaylee Duran. Duran, who one of the team leaders in goals for the Tactics coming into today, gets a goal here. And UHSP recaptures the lead, now makes it 5-4. This goal comes, and we have a whistle and a timeout's been called. Timeout comes with 8:04 to go in the third quarter. UHSP leads Midland by a score of 5-4. More women's lacrosse coming up after we take a break at MidlandAthletics.com and BST.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Hi everybody, Jay Schrod and my wife Angie with Balls Out Motors. We've been in Blair for about 12 years now. We've been doing this business for about 15. We've been a golf cart business for our entirety of the business life. Here recently we decided to diversify and bring on mowers, really trying to help the local market in that area. We do sales and service, all Cub Cadet. And then obviously anything in the golf cart world, we do all the major brands there as well.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
Women's lacrosse right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Timeout just called by Midland, and that was after the UHSP goal. And the U-Tactics did a nice job on offense. And we've seen mostly when these goals have been scored today as opposed to the direct position shots, that the goals have been scored with fluid offense. And what I say about that is that, not the person that's possessing the ball at the time, but the teammates that are moving in and out of the fan and getting open and creating scoring opportunities. And the last goal by Midland and this one by UHSP were example of both of those scenarios. So 5-4, the U-Tactics with the lead. And off this draw, it will be controlled by Midland as Edwards has it, and she is going to be knocked into right away, and then foul on UHSP. And the officials
they stopped to kind of wait for the call on that.
I think we get a green card here, maybe. Or not. So anyway, we play on.
Yeah.
Midland turns it over. And now out of goal, handling it for UHSP is Brianna Dixon. Dixon will play it off to the left side, and we'll find Catherine Conley. Conley will work it out by midfield. Bierman's got it. Bierman will pass down the right edge now. On the right side with it is Chu Adelino. Adelino will work it back behind the goal to Penke. Penke swings it on over to the left. 5-4, UHSP with the lead. This is Wallace. We'll play it now to Lee. Lee gives it off as the U-Tactics work it all the way around the perimeter here to get going on offense. Lee with it to Duran. Duran now gives it back to Bierman. Bierman will give it back to Duran. Duran's pass is errant. That is going to roll to the far side, and it's kept in. And we get a whistle. But on the sideline, when she was able to regather it, was Melanie Daub. And so it's a turnover. So Midland will come up with it. Warriors have it with 6:28 to go here in the third. 5-4, UHSP with the lead. Chloe Harrison, the long run into the offensive zone. Good pass to Edwards. Her shot attempt is knocked away and also hit the post. And trying to play it up is Dixon. Dixon will regather it. Dixon plays it over to the left side. We're trying to control it as Tyler Cotton. And Cotton's pass back to the near side is knocked around and scooped up and now handled by Catherine Connolly. Connolly's pass a little high for Behrman, and Midland comes up with it on the turnover. Here's Harrison. Harrison working through the middle. Harrison to her left. Looks for some help here. And she gets pushed down. That's going to be a foul.
You think?
I would certainly hope so. Yep, it's going to be a yellow, which will be assessed. I think, is it to Cotton? Let's see who comes off. I thought Cotton was the one that pushed her.
Well,
yep.
Yeah, it should be.
So Cotton will come off here. So Midland will be a player up. 5:41 left to go in the third. UHSP leads it by a score of 5-4. And we'll resume play here. Midland a man up. And Chloe Harrison will get ready to put it in play here. What are we waiting for? All right. Here we go. Harrison on the left. Now we'll pass as it knocked down. Picked back up by Jewel Milliman. Milliman to the right side. Some contact there and a whistle, and we're going to have a foul. This should be a direct position shot, I would think. So this is going to allow Madigan Maruzik. A direct position shot from the right wing. So if she can score, this would tie the game. Harrison's got to back up out of the fan here. All right, Maruzik works her way in, comes back to the right. Pass, shot in front, knocked away, and scooped up by Milliman. Milliman will give it off, finds Alexis Marshall. Back behind the net, pass into the middle, able to reach up and grab it was the goalie, Brianna Dixon. So it was a nice job by Dixon there to turn around, find the ball, and deny the pass into the middle. 4:53 left to go in the third. UHSP leads 5-4. And now Dixon will pass to her left. And she will give it off to Brianna Chong. This pass knocked away, stolen. Milliman's got it for Midland. Milliman pass to the right, got knocked down and taken away. That's got to be a foul. Yep. Yeah, that was a push, a check on Midland on Hallie Gehring. That one you could call from the press box. That was an easy one.
That was an easy one.
Yep. And not giving her a card, though. All right. Resuming play. Pass far left side. Ground ball picked up by UHSP. Now pass that hits the ground, and Alara Erig's got it. Long pass right side. It's going to be too far. This one will go near the sideline. Kept in by Midland and taken away by the Warriors, and then is going to be turnover to be Midland possession here. No, the official, I think he pointed the wrong direction. Yep, it's UHSP ball. I thought so because grabbing it for the Warriors was one of the players on the near side, and she stepped out of bounds. Nonetheless, we come the other way. Right side with it is Milliman. Ball loose in the middle, and Midland turns it over. Molly Bierman's got it. Now Bierman will play it off. Working her way up the field is Kaylee Duran. Right side with it now, Lindsay Wallace. Wallace will play it off to Pinky. Pinky being checked on the left side. Pass into the middle, too high, and turned over. Oh, still loose, and then it will roll on over where Bailey will pick it up in goal. 2:45 to go in the third, 5-4, UHSP with the lead. Long pass, right side. There's a nice move. And a shot attempt, and a nice save made by Dixon. Dixon able to just snare that attempt right out of the air. And now UHSP will play it to midfield. Quickly now to Wallace. Giving it over on the wing, Wallace has it. To Adelino. Lee swings it right side to Bierman. All the way around to the fan, now back behind the net. Pinky's got it. Over to the left side. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go here in the third with UHSP leading 5-4. Lee with it. Plays it up top to Bierman. Bierman fakes the handoff. Now pass inside. Catch made. And shot attempt. Hit the crossbar. And it is battled for the fan. And the ground ball will be picked up by Midland. And heavily contested, pushed down. And there are three U-Technics and a Warrior battling for it. What are they going to call here? Had a whistle. I see UHSP possession. How does Midland get called for a foul on that play? You got one player in the vicinity who gets knocked down. There are three purple jerseys there. All right, it's Pinky. Pinky over in the left wing. Gives it over to Wallace. And now plays it up high. Under a minute to go here in the third. Bierman over on the right. Behrman finds Panky. Panky plays it into the middle. It's knocked around. And Panky will battle and get the ground ball. Gives it over to the left side, Adelino. She'll spin around. And now plays it up to Wallace. Wallace has got to pick it up. 15 seconds to go here in the quarter. Behrman's got it. Now she'll work her way in. To her right. Behrman passes inside, knocked down, and controlled by Bailey. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. All right, we played 3 quarters of lacrosse, and we've got a tight game. And the score is University of Health Science and Pharmacy 5 and Midland University 4. Back with a look at the stats after the third quarter when we return on MidlandAthletics.com and BSD.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Welcome back to Heatham Field in Fremont, Nebraska, home of Midland Warrior Lacrosse. Lady lacrosse team is taking on the UHSPU Tactics right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
We have a good contest as far as the competition is concerned. It's 5-4 in favor of UHSP. And as we take a look at the scoring that occurred there in that third quarter, it was Midland getting on the board 14-23 to go in the third when Madeline Edwards found the back of the net. And the Warriors tied it when Shea Peterson got credit for a goal, assisted by Jewel Merriman, with 9:08 to play in the third to tie the score. But UHSP came right back a little over a minute later. Casey Duran scored on a Haley Smith assist. And that's where we stand right now. 5-4 as we work our way now into the fourth quarter of action. UHSP's outshot Midland 24-13, 11 shots on goal to Midland's 10. Free position shots. The U Tactics are 1 of 4, Midland 0 of 2. Both teams with 6 saves. Draw controls, 7 for UHSP, 5 for Midland. Ground balls 25-20 for the U Tactics. Midland turned it over 20 times, 19 times for UHSP. And fouls Midland 12 and 7 on UHSP. So that's a look at the stats, and they're relatively close. And it's shown on the scoreboard here as well. And the draw we have here, they're going to give possession to UHSP. All right. So underway here in the fourth. I believe it was a face-off violation that occurred. UHSP turns it over. Coming up with it for Midland, Cadence Rose. Rose on over to the left side. Rose maneuvering through the UHSP defense, and will pass it on off, and as it bounces on the ground, picked up by Jewel Milliman. And we'll give it off to Caitlin Bowers. Now long pass to the right side, controlled. Warriors have it. It's a pass to the right to Edwards. Edwards being checked back behind the net. And now we'll play it off to the left. It hit the official and be grabbed by Midland. So Nelson was fortunate there. Got
Yeah, thank you card for that.
a lucky bounce, yeah. Nelson has it knocked out off of her stick, and Midland turns it over. So the Tactics come up with it. Dixon, back behind the net, will control it now for UHSP. And her pass is battled for. It's on the ground and picked up by Cotton. Cotton trying to control it here near the sideline. It's kept in play, but scooped up by Harrison. Harrison on the move for Midland. Harrison working right down the middle. Here, shot attempt is high. Goes over the crossbar. It will stay Midland possession, though. Harrison, I think, more frustrated with herself there.
Yeah, that was just the arms up. It's like, how did I miss that?
Yep, Chloe Harrison on the attempt. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, and UHSP leads at 5-4. Harrison with it, and we'll swing it to the left. Ball's knocked away, and Midland turns it over. It was intended for Marusek and taken out of there by Kaylee Durant. And now Dixon's got it, and she will look to clear left side. Pass finds the turf. Now Bierman's got it. Bierman will pass midfield, and the ball will roll quite a ways before it rolls all the way to Bailey, who has it for the Warriors. So Midland will organize on offense here. 12:25 to go, down 5-4. Left side with it now. Cadence Rose. Let's play it into the middle. Good pass. And this attempt goes wide to the right. UHSP trying to keep it in, but can't. Oh, wait. Our official pointed one direction, then realized he's pointing the wrong way. All right, 12 minutes to go. And the pass that got knocked around. Picked up on the wing. Handling it, Rylan Nelson. Nelson spins around with it. Gives it off to the right. Edwards being checked. Does a good job to control the ball. Spins around. Now we'll sling it in through the fan, and it goes wide, out of bounds. This should be a turnover. Yep, it is. So UHSP will have possession here. Comes with 11:21 left to play. UHSP leads it by a score of 5-4. And the Tactics, I think we're waiting to see if something else was going to be called there, but now UHSP has it. Pass to midfield. Handling it is Chu Adelino. Not a Lee. Lee swings it to Pinky. Pinky works back behind the goal and out on over to the far side. Wallace has it. Not a Bierman. Bierman will find Lee. Lee bounces on over near side. Adelino with it now. Or Duran, I beg your pardon. Working to our right. Shot attempt and knocked away. And it's going to stay with you Tactics. Bailey got a piece of that one. Now we got a whistle. We're going to stop things. Resetting the possession. 10:17 to play. Pinky works to the near side. Now it's Lee with it. Oh, we got a whistle. We have here. We got a foul on USSP. Quick transition. Midland has it. Didn't see what happened there, but Midland has the ball. Here's Marusek. Marusek on the right wing, congested in that area. She's being checked back behind the net. And now we got another whistle to stop things. Yellow card. It's going to be assessed to Alara Erig. So she has to come off for 30 seconds. All right, Midland a man up here. 9:40 to go. UHSP leads at 5-4. And it'll be Marusek who will start things. for the official to write the foul down on his card. Let's everybody catch their breath here just a bit. Here's Harrison. Harrison checked out front by Lee. Harrison works her way in, had it knocked off of her stick. Picked back up by Marusik. Marusik around a good screen. Checked, works her way into the fan. Has it knocked out of her hands, a whistle, and this is going to be a penalty against UHSP. So foul called. And for Midland here, it is going to be a direct position shot for Marusik. Marusik, her shot attempt. Oh, save made. Nice save made by Dixon. She just dropped the stick down and was able to snare it out of the air. 9:09 left to play. 5-4 UHSP. Quick pass, left side. And now the U-Technics will work it over. Melanie Dow will back up and get some spacing here. Gives it off to Kaylee Duran. Well, the U-Technics will try to work it inside to Wallace. It's knocked away. Work battle for the ground ball. Wallace will get it back. Wallace over on the right side. Plays it back behind the net. Daub has it. Daub will back up. Now passes left side to Wallace. Wallace works it over on the wing. It's handled by Peyton Burke. Pass goes through the middle and does not connect with anyone. It comes to the left side where just purple jerseys. Up high to the right. Ball's knocked away and taken away by the Warriors. Now whistle. Foul on UHSP after Ashley Boyd came up with it. So Midland has it. It's Boyd. Under 8 minutes to go. Goes to the right side, Edwards. Edwards' shot attempt bounced, and Dixon able to stay in front of it. UHSP has it. The ball's loose in the fan. Battle for control of that. It rolls on over and picked up by Dixon in goal. And Dixon will get it up the field to Lee. Lee will swing it to the left side. And picked up from behind by Alara Ehrig. 7:27 to go. UHSP leads at 5-4. Ball knocked away at midfield. And handling it is Rylan Nelson. Now a whistle. It'll be Midland possession. Let's see what we're going to have here. One official signal one thing. One trailing on the play is called something else. And he's pulled out a card. The guy all the way over on the other end of the field calls the foul. Now, all right, I'll do this and I'll quit being critical, is that we're here watching a lacrosse game and we want to see these gals perform and play to their best. And it's been a point at times today where we've had the lead official that wants to be the center of attention, which is not what it's supposed to be. And if this comes down to where this game is decided by the official, that's an injustice. And that'll be the rest I say about that the rest of the afternoon. Here's a checking foul that's called up top. Because this started even before the contest began today. It's a little thing behind everything that no one knows about. Direct position shot coming up here for Midland. Attempt coming in, shot attempt knocked away. Dixon with a nice save. And another whistle. Now we got officials talking to each other about something. It'll be a UHSP possession. 6:43 left to go. 5-4 UHSP with the lead. U-Technics on the move. Pass a little too far out in front. Intended for Peyton Berg. Burke will scoop it up on the left side. Burke has it now. Plays it back to the left. Finding Kaylee Nguyen. Now Bierman's got it. Bierman plays it off to the left. Handling it is Kaylee Duran. Duran had it knocked away. And on the ground ball. Duran gets it back. Duran will play it over to the right. Finds Bierman. Over on the right wing with it now. Mandy XA. Gives it back behind the net. Backing up with it. Melanie Daub. Plays it up to the point to Wallace. 5:40 left to go. UHSP up 5-4. Ball's played to the right side. This is Bierman. Bierman pass in the middle. Intended for Wallace. Comes through the fan. And we picked up by UHSP by Nguyen. And Nguyen will get it back on up. Duran spins her way inside. Shot attempt. Bounced low. And then bounced up and over the crossbar. It will stay UHSP possession here. So the U-Tactics have it with coming up on 5 minutes left to go. 5-4. The U-Tactics with the lead. Pass left side intended for Burke. Got past her, rolling near the sideline. It is kept in play, but her back foot was on the sideline. Yep, she's out of bounds. That's Midland ball. So UHSP turns it over. So Midland has possession. The pass intended for the keeper, a little too high, but Midland will pick up a ground ball here. Up the near side. The whistle foul here on UHSP, I believe. So the Warriors will put it back in play. Pass to the middle. Picked up. Edwards spins around with it. Edwards will give it off. Milliman had it knocked away. Flicked up into the air. Turned over. Picked out of the air by Lee. Lee will give it off now to Wallace. Wallace for the U-Tactics. Plays it up the field. And we'll find Adelino. Adelino's on the right wing. Plays it on over to Pinky. Pinky back behind the net. 3:48 remaining. 5-4. UHSP with the lead. Bierman's got it. Up high to Wallace. Swings it over to the right. Let's play it on over. Around the perimeter. All the way around to Pinky. Pinky looking in. Now I'll give it off. Adelino. Looks for somebody to come open here. Works her way around to the right. Backs up with it. And now back to Melanie Daub. Still a little over 30 seconds left on the possession. Now pass in the middle for Lee, and it got knocked away. Picked up over on the right. Adelino will pass, will attempt the shot, but able to stop it is Bailey. So Bailey makes the save. Passes up to midfield. 2:51 left to go. Left side with it for Midland, Rylan Nelson. Nelson plays it to the middle. We have a whistle. And a stoppage here. A timeout has been called by Midland. Timeout comes. 2:41 left to go. UHSP 5, Midland 4. More in a moment on MidlandAthletics.com and BSD.
Hi, everybody. Jay Schrod and my wife, Angie, with Balls Out Motors. We've been in Blair for about 12 years now. We've been doing this business for about 15. We've been a golf cart business for our entirety of the business life. Here recently, we decided to diversify and bring on mowers, really trying to help the local market in that area. We do sales and service, all Cub Cadet, and then obviously anything in the golf cart world, we do all the major brands there as well.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University, It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
Welcome back to Heatham Field in Fremont, Nebraska. It is Midland Warrior Women's Lacrosse taking on UHSP right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
Good timeout by the Warriors there because they get it across midfield and down a goal with 2:41 left to play. Gives them time to set up exactly what they want to try to accomplish here offensively. And a tightly contested battle here today between these two teams. Two teams that look like that they're really evenly matched as they compete against each other here on Heatham Field. So out of the timeout, it will be a Midland possession. Warriors back up with it. It is played to Cadence Rose from Hallie Gehring. Now back to the left edge. Rose swings it left side to Nelson. Nelson being contested by Bierman. Got it off to the left to Milliman. Milliman got bumped into, whistle, that'll be a foul. And somebody's going to have to come off here, it looks like. It'll be a yellow. Let's see who comes off here. Well, it's a illegal check here. I think it's on Cotton. Yeah, it's Tyler Cotton. So she'll come off. So Midland is a man up here with 2:17 to go. The Warriors trying to find a way to get this tied up. Down 5-4. The possession will resume from left side. Actually, it's not a direct position shot here, but Midland will have possession over on the far left side. So we'll get the foul written down on the card, and we'll resume play. All right, back to action. Milliman played it in the middle and was looking for a teammate who I think looked away. Yeah, Rylan Nelson had looked inside. Now one of the Tactics falls down, loses the ball. Midland gets it on the turnover. Rose has it. 2 minutes left to play. Ball play to the right side. Here's Marusik working her way in. Got bumped inside, knocked loose. Harrison's got it. Harrison had it knocked off of her stick. Ground ball picked up by Dixon. So Dixon has it for UHSP, and we'll try to clear. The Warriors step in front of it, and we'll take it away. It is Marusik that's got it. 1:35 left to go. To the right side, handling it for Midland is Jewel Milliman. Now the Warriors will work it to the right wing. A pass got right by one of the wing players. Kept in by Marusik. Marusik keeps the possession. 1:11 left to go. Pass back behind the net. Harrison. Harrison spins her way around, try to get a shot off, and got deflected away, and it ended up bouncing right to the keeper. Then the clear is knocked away and picked up and dropped. And battle for control of the ball. It's still loose and finally taken out of there by the Tactics, grabbed by Kaylee Duran. And Duran will help get it out to midfield. Closing minute to play here. UHSP up by a goal. Wallace has it. Wallace on the left wing. UHSP here, they can kind of milk this if they'd like. Now a pass got away that Lee will come up with. Lee works to the left. Warriors got to take some chances here defensively. Pinky's got it. Pinky plays in the middle of Wallace. Wallace turnaround shot attempt and ends up going wide. Pinky will let it roll. And finally picks it up. 10 seconds to go. Pinky to her left, takes a hard check, passes into the middle. It is loose. Picked up by Midland. And a whistle and a check is called. And that is going to wrap it up. The horn sounds, and the contest is over. And a tight one here today. The University of Health, Science, and Pharmacy has defeated the Midland Warriors. The final score, UHSP 5 and Midland 4. UHSP improves its overall record now to 3-1 on the season. And the Eclectics will be back in action Wednesday when they host William Penn. Midland falls to 0-2 on the year, and the Warriors resume play Thursday in a doubleheader with the men when they take on Northwestern of Minnesota. 5-4 the final. Back with a look at the final totals and wrap things up after we take a timeout on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN.
Limitless. When you believe there's no limit to what you can achieve. You come to Midland for an education, but you will leave with so much more. We're a small campus with big opportunities, and whatever you need, we'll help you succeed. At Midland, it's your future, your way, with our support every day. Midland University. It's bold, it's an experience, it's family, it's limitless.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. Gave it everything. Now look at what it's given back.
We know you put your heart into your business because that's what Nebraskans do. As a local bank, we put our hearts into helping you because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be.
Family Dental Center of Blair is here to stay and has grown to bring more services to our area. Now located at 2100 South 20th Street, they're committed to more than just your healthy smile. Their goal is to work with community members to provide exceptional oral health care with a personal touch, taking pride in helping kids to adults become more comfortable and confident about their health journey. From cleanings to crown and bridge restoration and Invisalign correction, find your oral health at Family Dental Center of Blair.
Well, that wraps up the home opener for the Lady Warriors of lacrosse right here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live.
You bet, Kelly, where it was a tight contest here today, but the visiting UHSP gets the victory over Midland by the final score of 5-4. Take a look at the scoring in this one. UHSP got on the board 3 minutes in as Chu Adelino scored off an assist by Ella Pinky to make it 1-0. And then the Utectics extended the lead at 5:12 remaining in the first when Michelle Lee scored unassisted to make it 2-0. Midland got on the board early in the second when Rylan Nelson scored on an assist by Madigan Marusik to make it a 2-1 contest. But the Utectics responded with a goal by Kaylee Duran at 8:16 to go in the second to make it 3-1. Midland cut it closer before halftime when Chloe Harrison found the back of the net, assisted by Hallie Gehring to make it a 3-2 contest. But a nice response by UHSP right before halftime, a man up. Michelle Lee scored off a Ella Pinky assist to make it 4-2, and that would be the score at the break. But Midland came back like they did early in the second, scored early in the third, when Madeline Edwards was able to score unassisted to make it a 4-3 contest. Midland, actually down a player, was able to get it tied up and scored with 9:08 left to go in the third when Shea Peterson scored off a Jewel Milliman assist to make it a 4-4 contest. And then it was pretty much a defensive battle the remainder of the way. We had one more goal that was scored in the third, and that was by Kaylee Duran, and it was assisted by Haley Smith with 8:04 to go in the third quarter. After that, neither team scored anymore in the third and also in the fourth, and UHSP ends up winning it. Again, the final tally was 5-4 in favor of the Utectics, who improved now to 3-1 on the season. As we take a look at some more of the stats in this one from today, as I have it pulled up here, UHSP ended up outshooting Midland in the contest here this afternoon. And we'll first look at UHSB's top attackers. Michelle Lee had a total of 6 shots on the day, and Kaylee Duran scored 2 goals. Also scoring 2 goals was Michelle Lee for the Utectics. Midland got 3 shots off by Rylan Nelson, 4 by Madigan Marusik. And the goals for Midland came from Rylan Nelson, Madeline Edwards, Chloe Harrison, and Shea Peterson. Total 7 saves for Kayla Bailey in goal today for Midland. And Brianna Dixon had 9 saves for UHSP. So it ends up to be 5-4 the final tally, and the Eutectics now are 3-1 in the season. They'll host William Penn in St. Louis Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. Midland will return to action coming up on Thursday when they take on Northwestern of Minnesota, part of a women's-men's doubleheader. Women will play at 1 in the afternoon, and the men play at 4. Again, if you're checking your schedule, the Warrior women were scheduled to play Culver Stockton tomorrow. That's been postponed and has been rescheduled for April the 7th is when that will be played again. So Midland back in action on Thursday when they take on University of Northwestern of Minnesota. Our next Midland athletic broadcast for you will be Wednesday night when the Midland flag football team is at home. They take on the Spires of the University of St. Mary. That'll get underway at 6 o'clock, and you can catch all the action here on MidlandAthletics.com and BSDN Live. Appreciate our sponsors that made the broadcast possible today. Thanks to Jonathan Johnson and Kelly Johnson with all their work behind the scenes. I'm Rich Ray. Again, the final on this one today, it was University of Health Science and Pharmacy 5 and Midland 4. Until next time, this is Rich Ray saying good afternoon. So long from Heatham Field in Fremont, Nebraska.